Hi, hello, what is up, everyone? If you hear that noise outside, there are some men like digging in the yard next to ours. So that is the noise if you hear it. If not, well, that's the noise anyways. Anyway, my name is Linnea, and this is a space where we are trying to become semi-self-sufficient, where we garden, we do sourdough, we do fun recipes. So if that is something you're interested in, consider subscribing. If not, well, thank you for being here. This video that you're about to watch is probably boring, so I apologize if you find it boring. Sorry. It is just me planting my tomato seeds down in my basement for my garden this year. Yesterday I decided which ones I was going to plant. They're very minimal this year. I'm not going all out. Usually I do. So just come along, probably be some music, some talking, and me planting tomato seeds in the basement. If you don't find this video enjoyable, the next one is definitely going to be a sourdough discard video, fun recipe. So come back for that one on Tuesday. All right, let's go plant some seeds. Alright, so this is a bit of a different video. We're down in the basement, obviously. Well, I guess it's probably not obvious that we're in the basement. It's only obvious to me. But this is where I do my seed starting. And I'm doing it a little bit different this year. Normally, if you can see this, I write down like what year it is. I write down how many spots that I have. And then I make a list of all the different tomatoes, peppers, onions, different things that I want to start, and then I write down the date of which I did it. I didn't do that this year. I'm gonna actually wing it. In my head, I'm gonna do, normally I do 3 garden beds of tomatoes. I'm gonna do 2 this year because one whole bed is gonna be dedicated to beans, which I've never done before. If you guys can see, maybe I'll zoom in. Maybe I've started my basil. All of this is basil. I have a real problem. All the peppers that I'm going to do are back here. And then over here to the side, I have some onions. Normally, I do way more than I need. So I'm really trying to be minimal about the plants that I start this year. So I'm going to do 2 beds of tomatoes, which gives me, let me do the math, let me cook, hold on. It gives me roughly 26 tomato plants, roughly. And I know for a fact, I'm going to do, I've not tried these before. Here. I've not tried these before. Actually, you know what would help? That would help. I have not tried these before. I'm probably just going to do like 1 or 2 plants of this. I'm going to do like 2 plants of these because I'm not even going to put these in my garden. I'm going to put them on the table out back. These are my most favorite like cherry tomato plant. I'll probably only do maybe 3 or 4 of these. And then most of my garden, I think, is going to consist of these. I need to go through the rest of my seeds, see what I want to do. I'll write it all out. And then you guys can spend some time with me just planting some seeds. So that's what we're going to do. Once I pick out all of the seeds I want to do, I will show you. So give me a little bit. All right, I've picked the tomatoes. I've shown you the ones that I for sure am doing. And then I picked Bonnie Best. We're going to do that. We're going to do classic beefsteak. We're going to do true beefsteak. All of these I grew last year and I actually really liked them, so that's why we're doing it again. And Abe Lincoln. I used to be huge into variety and trying all the different tomatoes, but this year we're not going to do that. So let me write out all the labels and then let's get to planting. start with the orange hat, and then we'll just move on down the row. I went ahead and made the holes. It does say, like on the back, it does have instructions, but I've done this plenty of times, so I don't feel like I really need the instructions. I will say, if you have a new pack, here, if you ever have a new pack, especially from Baker Creek, when you open it, a lot of the seeds get stuck to the top, so beware of that. But let's turn these back on. I have never grown these orange hat tomatoes before. They're supposedly really, really good for like a container, like a small container, which is what I want on my deck. So I think it'll be nice. And our deck is full sun, like blasting 1,000,000 degrees all summer. So here, do you want me to read you the back? It says it's an extra dwarf bush plant that grows 6 to 9 inches tall but produce oodles of tiny orange orbs bursting with fruity sweetness. Perfect for growing indoors or on the patio or as an edible ornamental in beds, borders, or mixed containers. So I think that'll be fun. And I'm gonna go ahead and cover these so I know that I have filled them. Alright, now we're gonna do blue creamberries. This particular tomato plant is my favorite. Honestly, if you go on the Baker Creek website, they don't have the best reviews. I don't know why, because they're beautiful and they taste so sweet and they're so good. So I don't know why they don't have very good reviews, but I think they're fantastic. Alright, now we're gonna do this white currant. I have never grown a currant tomato, but apparently they're like super, super, super sweet, according to the back. So we'll see. The seeds are super tiny, so that's fantastic. I think there was 2 in there. That's okay. Do y'all want to know what I'm thinking about as I'm putting these seeds in these holes? This is probably really corny, but we have an uni pizza oven. And we got it last year, and we started doing pizza parties with our friends almost every single week. And once the growing season finally, got started, as in my tomato plants were finally producing tomatoes, I would make a lot of our pizza sauce, and a lot of, the toppings and stuff would come from the garden. And it is honestly crazy that one seed, like one seed that I'm planting right here, grows into a tomato plant. And then I take those tomatoes and I make a pizza sauce, and then our friends come over and we have just like this big get together and we eat pizza and we feast every week. All because of like one seed. I just think that's really cool. So if you're on the fence about growing a garden, do it. Alright, one thing I do recommend if you start your own seeds is a misting water bottle, kind of like this one, because these are really fragile in the beginning, and you don't want to just douse them in water. So one of these Mr. Water bottles is extremely handy. I will show you my setup down in the basement in just a second. It's pretty messy. All right, here. Let me, it's pretty messy. Let me actually turn the lights off. It's so much easier. There. I have, this was already built when we moved into this house. So we bought a grow light. Like this whole bench was just built. So we bought a grow light. Jonathan, no, I think that wire was already there. I think that plug was already there. And then we just kind of rigged up this grow light, and this is the perfect spot for starting all of my seeds. And then all of these obviously will need transplanted to a bigger pot in a couple weeks. This is super messy, but we have a second station. Jonathan did build this. It used to just be shelves, but he built it into more of a table, and then we bought another grow light, and that's what we use. It's super messy. I need to organize it all, but this is where I start all of my seeds. And yeah, I've used it for 5 years now, and it's been perfect. So honestly, that's the video. That's it. Probably really boring. The next video will definitely be sourdough, cooking, all the things. I apologize if this was boring, but I really needed to get it done because it's March 13th, I think, and it needed done. So that's that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.